Okay, all of you now, page 108, textbook page number 108, electrolysis chapter. Last time we have completed till difference between metal and electrolyte, right? Correct?
Yes, miss.
Online.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Okay, now next is we have to perform an experiment. Okay, to determine now what this experiment consists of. We have to determine whether the given compound is acid, base, or a salt. Okay, salt it can be in fused state or in aqueous solution. Fused state means directly heated. Okay, and aqueous state we absorb it in water and we have to heat. Okay, now so the apparatus which is used for carrying out this experiment, you can refer to the diagram given in textbook. That apparatus is called as a voltmeter. Okay, it is called as a voltmeter.
Voltmeter.
Right? Then in that voltmeter, you can see two electrodes are there. Which are the two electrodes? Anode and cathode. Two electrodes. One electrode is anode and one electrode is cathode. So this is anode and this is cathode. Okay. Then anode and yes, inside this we are going to fill up an electrolyte solution. Okay. Both of them they are connected to battery. Correct? They are connected to a connecting device which is called the battery. Key is there and battery is there and a bulb is there.
What is there?
Okay? That is like a plug key. When you use the key inside it, the circuit will start. When you remove the key, the circuit will stop. Okay, shall we have key? Okay, open closing device, then we have a battery and here is a bulb. Okay, so that is an experimental setup. This which is this is electrolyte cell, and this full experiment which we are performing is full. Only this part is electrolytic cell. When we include all of this, like key, then the battery, then the bulb, okay, then this anode and cathode, all this together is voltmeter. Okay, only this apparatus in which we are going to fill the electrolytic cell, in which we are going to fill the electrolytic solution, that is electrolytic cell. Okay, understood all of you? Now, so see the aim. You have to determine whether the given compound is a strong electrolyte or a weak electrolyte. Apparatus we have seen. Okay. Now the electrodes which are used over here, that is cathode and anode, they are made from material which is called as a graphite. Graphite is an allotrope of carbon. Okay. So this black color graphite will be there, so it's a black color. Why we are using graphite? Because no conductor of electricity. So we see graphite over here. Then so now you can see graphite electrodes. It is connected to a bulb. And these two electrodes are connected to a bulb. There is battery and there is a key. Okay. Now operations. Whenever the electrolyte, when we are going to pass current through it, if this electrolytic solution is a good conductor of electricity, this bulb will glow. Okay. It means the electrolytic solution contains electrolyte. Okay. How many types of electrolytes are there? There are two types of electrolytes.
Weak
Strong
electrolyte.
electrolyte and
Electrolyte.
electrolyte. And there is a strong electrolyte. That time this bulb will glow with a brighter light. Okay, having a bright glow when it is a strong electrolyte, and when it is a weak electrolyte, it will be dim.
It will glow dimly.
Okay. Yes.
No, miss, I was just answering you.
Okay. Okay. Okay, understood now? Now see, acids and bases or alkalis, they are classified as strong and weak electrolytes. Before we move further, I'll just tell you this once again, then I'll ask you one repeat. Okay? So, electrolysis experiment aim is to determine whether the given acid, base, or salt is stable or in aqueous solution is a strong electrolyte or a weak electrolyte. That is the aim. Okay? Apparatus is going to require a voltmeter. What does a voltmeter consist of? It consists of an electrolytic cell. It consists of two electrodes. One is cathode, one is anode. Electrodes are made up of graphite. They are
Graphite.
connected they are connected to a battery and a bulb. Okay. Inside the electrolytic cell, we are going to fill a solution which is called as electrolytic solution. Okay. When we pass the current, if the electrolytic solution is a good conductor of electricity, the bulb is going to glow. Now, if it is a strong electrolyte, the bulb will glow brightly. If it is a weak electrolyte, the glow of the bulb is dim. Okay? Who will tell?
The aim is that I should be
Miss, what do we have to tell?
You are answering?
Ma'am, what do we have to do?
You have to tell me all the experiment. Yes, आप बोलो second. Aim. What is the aim?
determine whether the strong
Strong electrolyte or a weak electrolyte?
And salt is okay. ठीक है. Apparatus.
Electrolytic solution in the electrolytic cell, and there are two electrodes, anode and cathode. Made up of graphite.
If it is a strong electrolyte, then now on the next page you can see electrolytes are classified into two types: strong electrolyte, weak electrolyte. I think we have done this previously also. Correct? Strong electrolytes are the electrolytes that dissociate completely. Okay, those are called as strong electrolytes. So strong electrolytes are the electrolytes which dissociate completely, and weak electrolytes do not dissociate completely. Okay. Strong electrolytes, they are seen in both cases, in acids also and base also. Okay. Now, suppose we consider mineral acid. What do you mean by mineral acid?
HCl, HCl.
जिसमें हाइड्रोजन होगा वो. ओके.
Yes,
एग्जांपल
HCl, HNO3.
dissociate H plus and Cl minus, all the hydrogen atom separated. HCl is hydrochloric acid. Okay. Then we have H2SO4, 2H plus plus SO4, 2 minus, both the hydrogen atoms dissociated. Third is
HNO3.
HNO3 is named as nitric acid. This is sulfuric acid. Okay. How this will dissociate?
H
H plus NO3 minus.
NO3 minus.
H plus and then strong bases, common examples, KOH. Okay, which will completely dissociate to give OH minus ion. So K plus and OH minus. Second, NaOH, Na plus, OH minus. Third,
Lithium hydroxide.
lithium hydroxide, correct? How it will dissociate? This is not twice. No. Okay. Actually, it's twice. Okay. Li plus and OH minus. Okay. So strong electrolytes, complete dissociation of hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions. When we see weak electrolytes in case of acids and in bases. Acids is acetic acid, CH3COOH. It will dissociate as CH3CO minus and H plus. All hydrogen ions are not dissociated. Here, ammonium hydroxide is there, NH4 plus and OH minus. What else? Acid,
Carbonic acid.
HCO3 minus, correct? H2CO3 minus. Okay, so that will be H plus and HCO3 minus.
Twice. This is complete dissociation.
Very good. Okay, then basis
COH.
copper hydroxide. It will dissociate as Cu plus 2 and OH minus, 2 OH minus, right? Then formic acid, HCOOH, is formic acid. How it will dissociate? H plus plus
HCOH
H plus HCO minus COH. ठीक है, formic acid and magnesium hydroxide MgOH twice, Mg plus 2 and OH minus. Okay, please, online students refer textbook page number 109.
And it's not copper.
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
अच्छा, calcium hydroxide, Ca plus 2 OH minus. Fine, okay. Then, so this was about electrolytes and weak electrolytes in case of acids and bases. Now we'll see in case of salts. Okay. Okay. So in case of salts, salt either in the form of fused state or in the form of aqueous solution. Now what
Yes,
they do, ions other than hydrogen ions. So you can see other than hydrogen ions, remaining positive ions like PbR2. So Pb is lead, Br is bromide. There is no hydrogen over there. So only separation of positive and negative charge will be there. That is Pb plus 2 and 2Br minus. I am going to ask questions, so please pay attention to that. Okay. Then copper chloride Cu Cl2. Again here there is no hydrogen, so Cu plus 2, 2Cl minus. Right? Then we have HNO3, Ag plus NO3 minus. That is strong electrolyte which dissociate, strong electrolyte in case of salts which dissociate into positive and negative ions. Okay, here hydrogen ion is not there, other positive ions is there. Okay, and in case of weak electrolytes, A2CO3 is sodium carbonate. So 2Na plus and CO3 2 minus. KCO3 is potassium bicarbonate. Very good. So that is K plus and HCO3 minus. And the last one is lead acetate. Acetate. So 2 that is the association. Understood, all of you? Online students, any doubt? Online students?
No,
Online students, doubt? Yes or no?
no, miss, no doubt.
Okay, now is the next part, electrochemical series. electrochemical series. So now see what, depending on the ease with which metals lose electrons, correct? That is written, lose electrons and forms ions. They are arranged in a series, okay, depending on the activity of each magnetic series or electrochemical series. I did it once again. So, depending on the ease with which metals lose electron and form ions is called as metal activity series or electrochemical series. Metals like sodium is there, potassium is there, calcium is there. They easily lose electron. As they lose electron, they are getting charge, positive charge on it. So sodium converts into Na plus ion, IONI, correct? Potassium converts into K plus ion, and which was the third example which I gave? Calcium. Calcium donates electron and converts to Ca plus ion, correct? So they are arranged in a series that is known as electrochemical series. Okay. Now the arrangement is done in such a way that the metals, the elements which ionize readily, means which are discharged at the electrode with great difficulty. Okay, they ionize. The ions will occur, but we all know one will go to cathode, one will go to anode. So the ions which are discharged with difficulty, they are placed at the top of the series. Okay, and the ions which are discharged easily, they are placed at the bottom of the series. It is in which order? We call it as a descending order. ज़्यादा से लेके कम तक. Understood? Okay. Now see, for example, the metals. See the top of the series. Metals, they lose electron more easily. Correct? They form positive and plus ions. Other we have positive cations. Cathode, that discharged where? Cathode. Cathode is a which electrode? Negative electrode. Okay. So suppose K plus, Na plus, they are there. They are going to get discharged at cathode. Dissociation के बाद वो उसके ऊपर डिपॉजिट होता है. We have seen at the start of NaCl जब किया था. Understanding online students?
Yes, ma'am.
Online. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now what happens is when they get discharged at cathode, for example, K plus will gain one electron, okay, and it will become K. That is neutral. Ca plus 2 will gain 2 electrons, become Ca. That is neutral. This process of gaining of electron is called as reduction. Okay, that is only explained over there. Reduction is gaining of electron. That is at the top of the series. You can see top of the series is potassium, then calcium, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc. At the last, we have the Ag, that is silver. Silver is discharged easily. Discharged easily means quickly it will go and deposit on cathode. But if we take KCl solution, okay, with great difficulty, even if the ions separate positive and negative, with great difficulty, this potassium will go to the cathode, then it will accept the electron and then it will neutral. Okay, so difficult in a discharge state, they are placed at the top and easily discharged at the bottom. Okay. Then okay, so all are the examples. Now see at the lower end of the series. Lower end of the series means which ionize least readily, means which will not separate so easily, but when separated, they are going to get discharged quickly. They are placed where? At the bottom of the series. Okay. So all examples like copper is there, silver is there. Okay, they are going to give away the electrons. Which reaction is there? Oxidation. So to lower series hai, lower series is starting from where? From copper. So copper, mercury, silver. oxidation. Above copper, you can see nascent hydrogen cell. So you can remember this. Below nascent hydrogen, there is oxidation. Above nascent hydrogen, there is reduction. Okay? Reduction में क्या होता है? Please ध्यान देना. In case reduction, what happens? Metals they ionize readily or with difficulty. What about this? What about discharge then? They discharge with difficulty. Okay, and they discharge with easily. What about ionization? Metals ionize most readily and they are discharged with difficulty. So ionize most readily. Okay, तो ये opposite होगा यहाँ पे. And this least readily. Least readily मतलब they do not ionize. Okay, so if you remember, we are going to remember the full electrochemical series. Okay. So once again we'll do. Depending on the ease with which metal loses electron to form ion is called metal activity series or electrochemical series. Okay, electrochemical series is having two parts, right? Which are the two parts? The top of the series and the lower end of the series. Okay? The arrangement is done in such a way that the elements which ionize most readily are placed at the top of the series and the metals which ionize least readily are placed at the bottom of the series. The metals which ionize most readily they discharge with difficulty, discharge where at the cathode and anode. Okay, and the metals है तो there will be anode, there will be only cathode, so positive charge. And the metals which ionize least readily they discharge. Okay, you remember this point. Above nascent hydrogen is reduction. Reduction it is seen by the metals which are placed at the upper part of the series. That is, they accept electron and they become neutral. So that is reduction. Metals which are present at the lower end of the series, for example, copper. Okay, copper will accept the electron. Okay, and it will become neutral, and then it is going to discharge easily. Understood? And the oxidation will take place over there. देखो copper Cu plus 2 electron, it has become neutral. Okay, then online students understood? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
You go through this page, all of you. Then I will ask you questions. Page 110. Everything you read, whatever is given on page 110, so that I can ask you. Okay, who will tell? First, tell me the definition of electrochemical series. Yes, we'll start like this. Everyone in the class.
Depending on the which the metals inside electron form an ion, this series is known as metal activity series or electrochemical series. Depending on the which the metals which the metals use electrons to form ions in a series. It is known as metal reactivity series or electrochemical series. Depending on the instrument which the electron metal electrons and form ions in series is known as electrochemical series. Depending on the series, depending on the which electrons use
Metals.
use the electrons and electrons and ions and not ions in series of series.
Depending on this, depending on the metals that they are arranged. They are arranged in a series.
So then,
They are arranged in a series of metals.
Depending on the individual metals, use electrons and form ions. They are arranged in the series called metal activity series or electrochemical series.
Depending on the each metal, use electrons from ions, they are placed in series with them.
Depending on the metal use electron and form ions and or in a series is called metal activity series or electrochemical series. Depending on the case with which the metals use electrons to form ions in a series is known as electrochemical series or metal activity series. Depending on the case in which metal uses their electrons to form ions in a series called metal activity series or electrochemical series. Depending on the use which metals use electrons and form ions, they are arranged in a series called electrochemical series.
so after that, how is the series arranged? Who will tell me what is the arrangement of that series?
The elements are ionized, the metals are ionized the most easily, and discharge individually are placed on the top, and opposite are placed on the bottom.
Opposite.
The metals that are ionized easily and discharge
Easily.
easily are placed on the bottom.
Okay.
The arrangement is done so that the elements are smoothly disturbed are placed on the top of the series and other elements will be descending order.
It is in the descending order. Okay. Now, now after that, come to next page, page 111. Okay, selective discharge of ions. Now see, what do we mean by selective discharge of ions? These ions are to be discharged on the electrodes. Okay. Now, the preferential discharge of ions present in an electrolyte at respective electrodes is known as selective discharge of ions. Means the ions which are present in that electrolytic solution. Okay. They are going to get discharged where? They will get discharged at the specific electrode. So this whole process is known as selective discharge of ion. Okay. Now factors. What factors are affecting the selective discharge of ion? The first factor is the position of cation or anion. Okay, cation is plus, anion is minus. Cation is Na plus, anion is OH minus. Correct? So the first factor which is going to affect the discharge of selective discharge of ion on the electrode, the first factor is the position. Okay, position of that cation or anion in the electrochemical series. Now see, the first factor is lower the position of the ion, greater is the chances to get discharged. Okay, lower the position of ions. This is the lowermost ion. Lowermost ions are OH minus is there, G is there. Okay,
Those are discharged.
so lowermost will easily get discharged. They are given preference because of this property, that is the discharge easy. Okay, so lowermost ions, whether it is cation or anion, they are given preference as compared to the cation and anion which are placed at the higher part of the series. Okay, so now see, for example, cation. If we are taking copper and H plus ions. Okay, now look at the series. Copper comes after H plus ions. Okay, so the solution, if copper is there and H plus ions are there, even if both are positive, Cu plus and H plus, both are positive, but copper is placed after hydrogen. So who will be given preference? Copper. Copper will quickly go and it will get discharged at the cathode. Similarly, Ag plus and H plus ions. Again, Ag plus it is at the last. Okay, again it is after H plus. So Ag plus will be given preference than the H plus ions. Why? Because it is placed at the lower part of the electrochemical series, right? Then we come to anions. Anions means the negative charge. Sulfate ion, SO4 minus and OH minus. Now at the series, sulfate ion is at the first position. Okay, and OH minus is at the last position. So obviously, who will go and discharge first? That will be the OH minus ions because it is placed at the lower part of the series. Okay, so that is the first factor which affects the selective discharge of ions.
Which can be repeated for
Lower the position of ions, they have a greater chance to get discharged than the electrons. Okay, SO4 2 minus and OH minus. SO4 2 minus is placed at the top of the series and OH minus is placed at the last of the series. So as OH minus is at the last in the series, so it will be given preference. So lower the position of ions, greater is the chances to get discharged. Or you can use this also. Lower the position of ions, greater the tendency to be liberated. Okay, liberated and discharged is same. Fine. Now second factor is concentration of ions in the electrolyte. Concentration means how much quantity of ion is present in the electrolyte. We are talking about the electrolytic solution. Okay. So higher the concentration of the ion, obviously greater will be the probability or greater will be the chances to get discharged. Okay. Now NaCl. Correct. Online students are you?
Yes, miss.
Yes. Now see NaCl. NaCl dissociates as Na plus C minus. NaCl is prepare an aqueous solution. Water will be involved. How does water dissociate? H plus and OH minus. Correct? It's given here only. So here cathode. Cathode, which part will go? The positive part. That is H plus ion. H plus ions also form hydronium ion. Correct? It forms hydronium ion. Now again we will see why not Na and why not H plus. Na, you can see what is the position of Na? It is third. And H hydrogen is coming very much later after Na. So preference is given to hydrogen. Hydrogen will go and discharge at cathode. Okay? And anode, again, instead of chloride again is third position and OH minus is at the last position. So preference will be given to OH minus ions for discharge. Okay? Then okay, at cathode hydrogen gas is involved and at anode oxygen gas is involved. Okay, so that is the gas which is involved here. Similarly, now here, other part what they have explained, if Cl minus and OH minus are there, so who will be given preference? OH minus. Understood? So that is the second factor. Third factor is nature of the electrode. Electrode means which cathode, that cathode and anode is made up of which material. That is called as an electrode. Now in voltmeter we have seen it is made up of graphite. Okay. So nature of the electrode, it also I'm going to ask. इसमें हंसने का कुछ है क्या? Please. Okay. Okay, now nature of the electrode, it also decides the preferential selective discharge of ion. Okay. So inert electrodes. Inert word itself. We are studying inert gases. Inert gases means which do not take part in any chemical reaction. So same are the inert electrodes which do not react easily. Okay, so inert electrodes are iron, graphite, platinum. Do not take part in the electrolytic reaction. Active electrodes, copper, nickel, silver. Very important. It can also come as an MCQ or a fill in the blank. Okay. So active electrode is copper, nickel, and silver. They are going to take part in this electrolytic reaction. Now, see active electrode. Active electrode example. We are going to do electrolysis of copper sulfate. Electrolysis of copper sulfate means inside this electrolytic cell we are going to take CuSO4. So, okay. Now, here both cathode and anode they are to be made with copper. Cathode and anode made with copper. We have seen what type of electrode is copper. It is an active electrode. Okay. So reaction will take place easily because see sometimes what we do when we are having a solution which can be used as an electrode also. So we are going to use the electrode which is made of same material so that this copper will easily go and discharge over here. Okay. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
For easy discharge instead of inert electrode, if possible, we can use active electrode itself. Or when we have an active electrode, कोई भी active electrode. Another example is nickel. Okay. Third example is silver. Suppose if we are having silver electrode, so we will carry out electrolysis of silver nitrate, silver sulfate, silver hydroxide, so that silver will easily get discharged at the electrodes. Okay. Then so you can see the reaction CuSO4 as dissociated as. So this is CuSO4, Cu plus Q and SO4 minus. Okay, and H2O as H plus and OH minus. Now electrolysis of whenever if we are using inert electrode in place of copper for copper sulfate, now we are using inert electrode that is platinum. Okay, but compulsory one electrode has to be copper, another we take as platinum. Okay, another we can take as platinum and now see what is the reason for that. Sorry, below that box for sentence.
And since the electrode is a active electrode that is copper, nickel, or silver, the ions hydrate the anode but are not discharged. Instead, the active electrode itself fuses and forms ions. Example: copper plus 2, nickel plus 2, and silver plus 1 at the end.
Okay, we have cathode and anode, right? Now we have a negative part that is sulfate ions. Sulfate ions, when we are using active electrodes, sulfate ions will not go and discharge themselves at anode. What will copper do? Copper only will accept the electrons and it will only go and for discharge at the cathode and anode both. Okay, it is only going to discharge. That sulfate ions will not discharge when we are using active electrodes. Okay, any doubts, online students?
No, miss, no doubt.
See the reaction at anode. OH minus plus 1 electron. Okay, only OH minus is there. Plus 1 electron we are adding. So it becomes OH2 minus. No? So OH into twice. So 2 OH will give you what? 2 OH. 2 OH means OH and OH. What it is forming? H2O plus correct. Then 4OH. So 2H2O plus correct. 4OH. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4OH, H2O, H2O. How many molecules of water? 2H2O. Plus 4. Above we had nascent oxygen and we are using 2 OH2s. Okay, now see once again before we stop. I'm going to ask questions. Huh?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So, selective discharge of ions. So, what do we mean by selective discharge of ions? When ions they discharge themselves at the respective electrodes, it's called as a selective discharge of ions. Okay? But in example like this, the preferential discharge of ions from the electrolyte at the respective electrode is known as selective discharge of ions. Yes. Okay, what are the factors affecting? The first factor is the position of those cation or anion. Okay, lower the position, greater is the chances of getting discharge. Second factor, higher the concentration, greater the chance of getting discharge. So, इसका भी quantity ज़्यादा होगा ion का, it will get easily discharged. And the third one is nature of the electrode. There are two types of electrode: active electrode and inert electrode. Active electrode example is copper, nickel, and silver. And inert electrode is platinum, graphite, and iron. Yes, you tell me definition.
The preparation.
What's the name? I have
Sample. The preparation discharge of ions present in an electrolyte or respective electrodes is also known as selective discharge of ions.
Okay, good. Next, please repeat. पढ़ना नहीं है, you have to look at me. Learn क्या उसमें? Last bench.
The prevention discharge of ions
Okay, selective discharge. Okay. Who will tell me factors affecting, like in your own words, no need of all this textual language. Who will tell?
Ma'am, may I? Ma'am, may I?
From, yes, please tell.
Ma'am, the first factor is the relative position of the cation or anion. The lower the position of the ion, the greater is the chance of getting discharged easily.
Second,
Second is the concentration of the ions. The higher the concentration of the ion, the greater the probability of it being discharged.
third,
Ma'am, third is the nature of the
Sunday.
electrode.
okay, very good. Can you tell factors affecting?
Relative position of cation and the higher the lower the position, lower the position, greater tendency to liberate. And concentration, higher the concentration, greater the
Greater the क्या?
greater the chances to get discharged. Or nature of electrodes, active or inert.
Active example.
Copper,
Copper, nickel, or
Copper.
silver.
platinum, iron,
Graphite.
Graphite.
Any doubt in this class?
No, miss.
You are asking.
No doubt.
Next, I'll ask all the questions.